Welcome back to the Move Better channel. This is John Penacerata, and we got Dr. Joe in the house. So today we're going to just have a conversation again because this topic has come up multiple times. We've been in this industry for a lot of years, but there's this question of, is chiropractic fake? Holla at Joe Rogan. He said that everything that chiropractors talk about is not true, it's fake, it's bullshit. Well, we got Dr. Joe in the house, which is one of the fastest upcoming chiropractors here in the last 5-10 years. And here's what he's got to say as far as what is chiropractic.
Oh, man.
Is it fake, sir?
It is not fake. But, hey, there's I'm going to be ruffling a few feathers here.
Let's
because
ruffle. Let's ruffle.
It is, I realized that we were more doctors of the nervous system rather than a mechanical issue, right? Mm-hmm. And the more I honed in on the way the nervous system was functioning, and it wasn't in school that I was learning every single detail about it. I was taking courses that physical therapists took, that functional neurologists took, and how we can figure out the how the system really works, right? And it's still not completely known when we work with the brain, right? We only have we have very few research data that can actually help us with the therapies, especially when it's non-invasive type of therapies, when working with somebody.
Right.
And it's when we do work with it, it's not necessarily a diagnosis. It's a way of, does it work or does it not work? Right.
It's
and
like a puzzle. You got to figure it out.
Exactly. Yeah. There's always an assessment, a test, a retest, and then a treatment. And the treatment should be, and when we look at the treatment, it starts out very light, right? It's something that is the least invasive or least painful way and approach to ensuring that the nervous system is functioning, right? And when we talk about the adjustments, are the adjustments fake, right? Well, what we know about the research is that it allows gases to enter into a joint, and then it allows gases to release. And with that reaction creates a reflex reaction within the nervous system that communicates with the brain a certain way, and which we call sensory motor integration. Now, we can get sensory motor integration in a variety of different ways. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have to do a chiropractic adjustment. We can utilize other therapies. Yet with my expertise on chiropractic adjustments, we utilize the adjustment to access movement. And what we do here at Shift is not necessarily believing that we move bones back into place. It's allowing for that communication pathway between that movement pathway and the brain. Right. And when we can access that movement, we utilize and take advantage of that movement by adding in soft tissue therapies to control inflammation, to work on flexibility and mobility, and we try to hold our movement patterns that we adjust. Now, with those adjustments, the research also shows that most adjustments last for about 24 to 48 hours. Right. Now, that doesn't go to say that some of these adjustments, you can have one of those miracle adjustments where all of a sudden that person's out of pain and they never come and see you again, right? And but there's, we look at it like a three-legged stool, right? There's the research side of things. There's also a component of, where does your philosophy lie? And then the last one is your experience, right? And there's been some crazy stuff that I've seen with chiropractic adjustments that are very real, right? And I think Joe Rogan, when he said he said it was fake, or anything that a chiropractor says is pretty much fake, I think that I get what he's saying, because I don't think he was fed the right information, right? Sure. And I think that there was a miscommunication between him and his chiropractor. I don't freaking know what happened. What happened there?
But he created his own narrative of what it is.
Exactly. And again, and that's a failed attempt to help somebody out, right? I can say the same thing for people that didn't help my family when we were in need in the medical field, right? Yeah. And so it depends on who you go to and how. And honestly, I wasn't hurt by it. There's a lot of people that were hurt in the profession by it. I wasn't hurt by it, but again, the only reason why I wasn't hurt by it was because, hey, I look at it more like a communication thing. Mm-hmm. There are people that fail all the time at communication and cause a huge backspin on the profession, on any profession there is.
Yeah.
You have somebody that's a bad cook in a certain restaurant, and all of a sudden that restaurant goes up in flames, and that's it,
It's
right?
done.
And so
Yeah.
I look at it in the exact same way. You've got to go to the right practitioner.
Yeah.
You've got to go to the right person that
Right.
can possibly help you.
Right.
And it's not that chiropractic is fake. Chiropractic is very real, and it helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
The way we look at it in our philosophy is simply a way to access movement, get out of pain, optimize your movement training, optimize your sport, and be able to move pain-free.
Yeah.
And therefore, when we do that, we can adapt to new patterns. We can adapt to the old lost patterns,
Right.
and we can show people how very real chiropractic
Well, I mean,
is.
if you think about that comment, it's like it's so close-minded, right? Because of the experience that he might have had, right?
Yeah.
But if you know, from my perspective, if you are dealing with injury, pain, or something, wouldn't it be smart to look at it from all different perspectives, depending on who the practitioners are?
Exactly.
Which leads me to the point that these are practitioners and they practice, meaning
Exactly.
everybody might be a little different,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Personal experience, Dr. Joe practices different than the chiropractor down the street, right? Because I just seen what they've done and I understand what's going on. Some people, they might think just because it's a chiropractor, it's the same thing
Over and
over again. That's not true. Just like same thing as a dentist or different, medical doctors out there. They all somewhat
practice
practice a little
different.
bit differently.
Exactly.
So take that knowledge, take what we just talked about, go shop around. It's like shopping for a car.
Yeah.
You
And
got to
then,
try it out and see what works for you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
then-
don't have a closed mind idea of what chiropractic can actually do.
Exactly. And again, that also brings me up to the point. Like, I had a patient that came in yesterday and was like, I'm scared of chiropractors. And I honestly, I get referrals to us all the time because they've had bad experiences with other chiropractors in the past. And it's a manual therapy, right? And not to think that people can't get hurt from any manual therapy is completely false,
completely
right?
false.
But it is a very safe practice, right? And people freak out about neck adjustments, and I've seen this, and I've seen a friend that actually blew an artery from a chiropractic adjustment. Remember, manual therapies, whether it's massage, exercise, movement, people play football, and those are high-risk injuries, and chiropractic is very, very safe as compared to a lot of the other different practices that are out there, right? Very non-invasive. And again, you've got to be able to know the type of person that you're going to be working with. You've got to trust them.
Yep.
They're working with your body. They're putting their hands on you. And it's important that we always create a trust line and an understanding of what the possibilities of injuries can be.
That's right.
Not everybody is a fit for chiropractic care. And I turn people away all the time, and I tell them that there are other ways that they can get healthier, and there are other ways that they can receive different treatments. And there are a lot of different styles of chiropractic,
Yes.
including network and including
Cervical specialist,
upper cervical
yeah,
specialist.
yeah.
There are a lot of great specialties in the profession that I'm not a part of, but I can totally appreciate because the profession is a very great profession that has helped thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Yes, sir.
Millions
Yes, sir.
of people.
Takeaway for you guys: need to go and open your mind,
Communicate,
do a
talk,
little research.
talk to people.
If you're not sure, come through, talk to us. We'll hopefully steer you to the right direction of whatever treatment you may need. It might not be chiropractic, but hey, have an open mind about it. Don't listen to too much of what's people are so here he sees shit.
He sees she
say or saying, right? Like, subscribe, share our content to other folks, and until next time, we'll see you again. Move Better Channel.
Thanks, guys.